Willie, offensively, I mean, what can you say just about the inability to get?
Yeah, we're having a tough
going?
time offensively, no doubt about it. Had some, we played well defensively. Had some miscues in the kicking game, and then we didn't play as well as we need to offensively. And I know you've heard me say it 50 times, but we got to play well in all three phases to win ball games this year. But we're going to get it fixed.
The play there late first quarter, I think you're at the 5. You'd been running the ball real well, getting chunks. Did you consider running it again there, or was that something that checked?
Well, obviously, we thought that was a play that we just underthrew it just a little bit. The kid made a nice play on it.
Willie, to have that kind of crowd and excitement.
Yeah, it was really
it
was a good setup. It was a good, Power 4 football game. Is what it was, and appreciate the crowd and everything else. And like I said, we're gonna get this thing fixed. We're gonna get it going. All this does is motivate my butt more.
Willie, when you diagnose the team's red zone issues throughout the year, what are some of the things that you look for during the week?
Well, there's a lot of things. There's play call, there's execution, big time. So it's both. It's the struggles we've had, offense, defense, kicking game is, both coaching and playing. It's both. It's everybody. I can't just put my finger on one thing. I wish I could, but it's a lot of things.
Willie, the way that your defense has played for most of the year, do you feel like that type of performance puts you in position? I mean, do you feel like?
Oh yeah, they've done a very good job. We've played very good defense this year. I think we've got some good players at first level, second level, and third level, and by and large, they've played very good this season.
Willie, Wilson's ball skills and to get his hands on those interceptions. What does he mean to this group?
He's a really smart football player. He's engaged during the week. He pays attention during meetings. So often a big deal is splits and down and distance and field zone and all those things. And you gotta understand all those very quickly. And he does a good job of that. And heck, the first one he intercepted, I think our guy kind of tripped him up. He might have had a big return on that. So yeah, he's does a good job of anticipating routes.
A few more questions. Willie, with this being senior night, I know you only had 1 year with this class. Are there any seniors that are going to stand out to you that you're going to use as maybe examples going forward as coaching?
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. I hate naming one guy, but we got, as I told those guys last night in our team meeting, they didn't pick me. I picked them, and they, I've had very, very few issues, and that's a tribute to them, because oftentimes in this day and age, things aren't going exactly the way you want it. People start pouting and causing issues and problems, but, these guys have done an excellent job of, representing our football program and university.
Coach, this offense was able to sustain drives in the third quarter. How can they be able to finish with touchdowns?
Just got to score points. Like I talked about, we got to have the right play call. When we have the right play call, we got to have the proper execution, and that's very, very important. And there's majority of play calls are designed to be successful, and sometimes not. You think they're going to run one thing and they do something totally different, but you got to execute it. And when you execute it, you got an opportunity to have the play be successful as well.
Coach, are you guys having one game left in the regular season? Would you be open to maybe seeing different quarterbacks play for that last game?
I don't know. We're going to have to look at the tape and see.
Up front here to Chris, and then time for 2 more.
Willie, you mentioned the senior class, but overall the whole group. What is it about this group that's kept them together, and how encouraging is that?
Well,
for
we
going
just,
forward?
we just don't, we don't allow negativity and, guys pouting. And I just told them all, if, got anybody who doesn't want to go out to Utah and win the game next week, they ought to not play on the team. It's plain and simple. You only got 12 of these opportunities, and we got one left. So we need to put everything into it that we possibly can. That's how I'm going to coach. And I think that's what these guys are going to do as far as practice this week as well. That's what we're going to demand. And I think we got a lot of quality leadership, and those guys are going to make sure that all the guys adhere to that principle. Pretty good?
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Give it just a second for everybody to set up here, and we'll go and open up for questions. Okay, let's start with Joseph.
Jeremiah, excuse me, Willie was saying that in the locker room afterwards, he, even with the one game left, he sort of still preached still fighting, going all the way down to the end. What's it like in there, and how do you guys sort of take something from these and hopefully build, for the future?
I didn't think we played a bad game, honestly. We played well. We just had some mistakes, so we just gonna keep building, trying to clean it up. You know what I mean? I do feel bad for the seniors, but they love us so much, and we love them. So we got a real brotherhood in there. We're just gonna keep building on the brotherhood. You know what I mean? So it's nothing but love in there after the games too. Nobody's hating on each other. That's what I love about it. So we gonna build off of it.
That first one, it looked like your teammate tripped you up a little bit, but the second one, you made sure to, can you kind of take us through the two interceptions there?
Yeah. Well, the first one was good. My dog bumped into me, but I don't really care about that. We got the pick, and last week he caught my pick that I dropped. So, you know what I'm saying? We just there for each other. I don't hold nothing against him. I appreciate him always being there, running to the ball. He just wanted to block for me. And then the second one, I just read it, you know what I mean? And then I got out of there. Great calls by Coach. Great pressure up front to make the quarterback nervous and just throw me the ball.
Jeremiah, with the offensive struggles recently, how important do you feel like it is for the defense to kind of set the tone like you did today and get those turnovers in the first quarter?
Yeah. We going to keep setting the tone and keep trying our best, to give them the best chance at winning. You know what I mean? And we seen when they're on. When they're on, they're really good. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to keep fighting, keep going hard in practice, trying to push them. You know what I'm saying? Just like how they push us, because when we're down, they you know what I'm saying? They'll get on us, and when we're down, when they down, we'll get on them. So, you know what I mean? We just going to build off of it. We ain't pointing no fingers, you know what I'm saying? I know they going to fix it soon, you know what I mean? So we just going to roll into BYU with a lot more confidence.
This is a Baylor team that's been scoring 35-plus points on the regular. So to hold them to 2 touchdowns and 20 points today, what's that kind of say about your unit?
We good. Yeah, we're good. We got a good defense, man. I love playing with them, We took on Thursday, we were a little lackadaisical, and our coach brought us in, and he told us, he said, listen, dog, David Randa said that we're about to be playing the best defense in the conference. And that just put a smile on our faces because we know how great of a coach he is. You know what I'm saying? He was with the LSU team 2019. So, especially me watching them growing up. So, after that, we just started rolling with everything, you know what I mean? Started believing that we were the best defense in the conference.
Jeremiah, how much are those interceptions film study, and how much is it instinct? And how do you sort of merge those two together?
Man, I got to thank God because, I was close to, just saying, dang, like, how's it not working? Because, I put in a lot of work and I put in a lot of time to film study, you know what I mean? And it finally just paid off today. And I got to thank God for that because he put me in the position to do it, gave me the opportunity, and let me play confident. So, for sure.
Couple more questions. Goes Andy here in the front.
Jeremiah, with the success that the defense has had all season long, like you mentioned, how for you as a player and just overall with the unit, how optimistic are you guys about how well y'all can be? Like, this is barely year one under this new coaching staff, and what do you guys think you guys can continue to build on, going into BYU and beyond?
I think our defense got better every game, and I think everybody can see that as well. We got better every game. We started playing for each other, and going into BYU, we just gonna keep playing for each other. You know what I mean? That's the biggest thing. I think that trumps all. If you love your brother and you want to play hard for him, then you're going to be a good defense. Everyone going to run to the ball, and great things going to happen. So that's the best thing. We're going to keep loving on each other, keep playing hard, keep practicing hard. Everything going to fall into place.
Go last question up front to Joseph right here.
Jeremiah, as a defense, what do you guys sort of are thinking there when, games go on and you're holding? I know you said there's no blame and no pointing fingers, but you're sort of keeping the game close, last week, this week, and you sort of kind of have to carry that load, waiting for, hopefully a score. I mean, is that wear on you guys, or does that sort of affect y'all?
Not at all. I think defense enjoys playing. You know what I mean? Every time something happens, we say, let's go, let's play ball. Like, we don't care if you, put it at the 1 yard line. We don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, we like going out there and playing more snaps. We want the game in our hands. You know what I mean? We want to make plays, and we know they're going to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? You can't point fingers like you said. We can't point fingers because there were some things we could have did a lot better. You know what I mean? There was a lot of leaking yards. You know what I'm saying? We could have played a little more aggressive. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, the ball fell in their court, so we just going to keep riding, keep playing hard, keep practicing.
Thanks so much, Jeremiah.
For sure.
We'll go ahead and open it up for questions. Just kindly ask you all to use the mic. We'll get that passed around.
Zion, a couple weeks here in a row, it's been hard to find any points. What was it about tonight? Is it something they did, or did you guys just feel like you were never able to get into a rhythm?
Yeah, we really weren't catching our rhythm for real. We had a lot of missed opportunity that we could have capitalized on. I just think that we just need to focus on capitalizing on opportunities and just being consistent.
Coach Fritz was saying that this will get fixed. This will turn around. I mean, do you feel like it's almost there? Is it little corrections, or do you feel like you guys really need to go back and look at things really hard?
Yeah, what Fritz said, I believe in, whatever he's putting together and what he's doing, I believe it's going to get fixed. We just got to keep trusting in the process and whatever he's coaching us on. I trust Fritz. Even since day one when I got here, I'm still believing in him.
Zion, as a quarterback, what are some of the different things you see when you're moving the ball kind of in your own territory, midfield, versus the red zone, which I know has been a struggle lately for the offense?
Like I said before, it just capitalize on opportunities. We drive down the field, and we do good, and we get in the red zone and just finishing. That's all it is. It's just a 1-2.
How important do you think scoring that first touchdown and getting that 7-0 lead could have been for the offense, just from a mentality standpoint, the rest of the game?
It would have been very important, especially because, it would have created momentum for the team. But, I try not to focus on all the negative energy or negative thoughts. We just keep playing. That's the game about.
Chris up front, then over to Andy.
Zion, is it with seeing your defense, playing so well? Does that heighten the frustration offensively, or how do you guys sort of look at that as you're, in these tight games?
The defense has been playing very well, and it's up to us, to put the points on the board. They getting the stops and things like that. But like I said, we got to capitalize and help those guys out, and put points on the board. But if we're not scoring, then ain't give nobody no help.
What was the call on that from the 5, the interception there? Was that going to be a pass all along? The one that you threw to the corner there that was intercepted in the first quarter?
Yeah, it was kind of like a man read. You know, we get man to man. You know, we're gonna take our shot to the back pylon.
Kind of building off that, what did you see from your perspective on that play, on the goal in the first quarter?
Like I say, just another missed opportunity. Like, you know, and I'll take the blame for that one. You know, I probably should have put the ball outside a little bit more. You know, we practiced on it all week. You know, we did great on it all week. But in the moments that we need to capitalize, we need to do it.
Zion, how would you just characterize your performance overall? Your thoughts on it?
Like I say, it wasn't the best performance. You know, it's easy to put your head down, but you know, I just got to keep working, keep going to work, just like the rest of the team. But we just got to keep believing in each other.
We'll go to Andy and then two more.
Just in terms of the second half, first two drives, like you guys came out, you guys were able to move the ball relatively well. What do you guys, when you guys are having that success, what are you seeing that's contributing to that success and being able to get into positions to score?
Like I said, it's just a want to. It's a mindset thing, you know. I don't feel like it's no different, you know, being in open field or being in the red zone. It just when the moment's there, you got to capitalize on it. You know, all 4 downs, you know, we get chances multiple times. You know, we didn't complete the job.
Go up here to Joseph and then keep it open for one last one.
Zion, Willie was telling us that in the locker room, he kind of made a challenge that, look, if you don't want to fight for the last game here, don't even go on the trip. How did you feel like the locker room responded to that?
You know, we responded really well with it. You know, Fritz is a great leader, so we following behind him. And like you said, you know, if you're not willing to fight, then you know you can leave. But everybody in that locker room, you know, we willing to fight it out to the end, till the wheels fall off.
One more.
Zion, the last 2 games after that Kansas State game, do you feel like the defenses have kind of bottled up the QB run better? Like you don't really see that opening downfield as much anymore?
We do have some opportunities that it could be there, you know. But you know, teams watch film. You know, they try to see what you like doing. So just you know, creating different plays and opportunities just like that. I mean, Coach did a great job with the the game plan. We just got to execute.
Thanks so much, Zion.
Thank you. How y'all doing?
In the back, we'll go ahead and open up for questions here.
Jamal, getting your first full share of a sack on a senior day, what was that moment kind of like for you?
I mean, it was a fulfilling moment because I've been working on pass rush for like 2 years now, and it's like people don't understand that you put in so much work, so much practice just to make that one play on a Saturday. So that's why I be getting up all excited. But I'm blessed to finally be able to get that full sack. Yeah.
Going off that, like, what are some of the things that you feel like you refined to be able to make that play happen?
Just trusting my coaching, trusting the guys around me to make do their job. So it just made my job easier. Shout out to Hershey for keeping contained, to flush the quarterback right to me. So, just trusting my guys, trusting my coaching.
Jamal, I remember some conversations back in July in Vegas, and you guys as a defensive unit talking about wanting to prove something. Do you feel like what this defense has done this year has proven that you guys were as good as you thought you could be?
Yeah, 100%, And even so, like, we still can be better, but even with, us, little minor mistakes, we still holding the best offenses in the country to their season minimums. So, thank you to Coach Woods and all of his staff for putting us in a position to be successful. So, yeah, I'm really proud of my guys, the way we fought. And, I got emotional on that last drive because, it's already, the game's out of reach. We down by 10 with a minute left, but we just said they're not getting in. And I'm proud of the way we battled, so they didn't get in.
Even when the offense is struggling, how do you guys stay motivated out there?
We just gotta do our part. We just gotta do our part. We can't control the offense. We believe in those guys. We believe in that they can make plays. It was just a tough night for them. But only thing we can do is our part. We make the stops, and after that, the game's out of our hands. We just gotta control what we can control.
What did that senior day mean to you, and having your kid, come out with you for that ceremony? What was that moment like for you?
I had my son my first season here, and he made me grow up in so many ways, made me level up my game, level up my preparation, and then to have him with me on my last game on this turf, it was surreal. It made me kind of sad. I cried a little bit on this morning. But, I'm just blessed to be in the situation that I'm in. Coming to Houston and coming back home was the best decision I ever made, And I'm thankful for the city for embracing me. I'm thankful for the coaches and thankful for the fans to embrace me. So I'm glad I finished out selfishly. I'm glad I finished out on a high note, but, that hurt. I really wanted that win.
What was your son's name?
John Mason, JAH-Mason Morris, John Mason.
Next question.
Jamal, since this is your last year and you kind of reflect at where the program is headed, how do you feel like things, like where you're gonna lead things?
I feel like I'm blessed. They got a new facility being built, and I'm glad that I was able to help contribute that. I trust Coach Willie Fritz so much. The way he prepares, how passionate he is, the whole coaching staff. So, it's tough being a senior in the rebuild year. You always gotta, try to pick guys up, and get everybody on the same page. Being one of the oldest guys in the locker room. It's tough that you get that burden, but it's also a blessing because that means that coach believed in me to carry that weight. So, I'm excited for where the team is going, and I'm excited for the future of the team, and I'll be back. Y'all be seeing me.
Jamal, you kind of touched on it, just kind of your time here at U of H. Can you kind of put, from when you got here to right now into perspective and tell us how you've grown as a person, as a football player, on and off the floor?
I came here on a limb. Coach Archie McDaniel, he really, I credit him with saving my life from mental illness and things like that. So when I got here, I had some real mental problems, and a lot of people was calling me crazy. I knew I wasn't crazy. I was just passionate, and I wanted to play, but the way I was expressing it was the wrong way. So Archie McDaniel, he helped me see things in a different light, like the cup's half full, not half empty. So that was my first year in that bowl game in the Independence Bowl against Zion and his team, Louisiana Lafayette. That was my breakout game, and that's when going into the next season, I kind of had it figured out. I did a mental health interview with I think it was the Cougs newspaper, and I talked about how overcoming things was part of the battle. The obstacle is the way. A lot of people shy away from the challenges, but little do you know that going through the challenges, everything that is on the other side of the challenge. On the other side of the challenge is everything that you ever dreamed of. And this year, it was a setback as far as new coaches. It's always hard playing for some new coaches on your last year, like I said. But I'm just blessed the way I kept continuing to fight this year, and it ain't over. We got one more game, and I'm gonna do everything to get to school one more win while I can.
Jamal, do you guys have set a defensive mindset and tradition for the future, and how much pride do you sort of take in being
Definitely.
part of that?
We realized that we was a good defense that Oklahoma week. Like a lot of people was sleeping on us. A lot of people doubted us coming in, for picking us to finish last. Like, even though we ain't having the season that we wanted to, as a defense, as a team collectively, I felt like as a defense, this was our team this year as a defense. This was our team, man. Shield Woods, he puts this fire in us even when things not looking good. He puts that fire in us to finish, and I feel like that's what we did. And I'm excited for the new group coming in. I'm excited for the guys that stay in, and I'm excited for the seniors. It's no doubt that we're one of the top defense in the country. But like I said, it hurts that we couldn't help the team more to win, because if they score 0 points, we win. So it was tough. Yeah.
One more. All set. Thanks so much, Jamal.
Thank you.